The Atkins diet trains your body to burn its own fat as your primary energy source, enabling you to lose weight and then maintain that weight loss. Your body handles carbohydrates and fats very differently. When you use carbohydrates as your primary fuel and you consume more carbs than the body needs for energy, it can encourage the storage of fat on your body. But when your carb consumption is controlled and you convert your body to its backup fuel system, which is fat burning, and you burn your stored fat for energy, you'll lose weight. And it reduces the amounts of insulin you produce, and insulin responds to carbohydrates. Like a hybrid car, your body can run on two fuels. Both carbohydrate and fat can power your body, but it will always burn carbs first. That's not because carbs are a better fuel source. It's just that it's easier for your body to use carbs for energy because they break down into glucose or sugar in your bloodstream more easily after you eat them. Fat actually supplies a steadier source of fuel. In a minute, I'll explain why that's desirable. As long as you're eating 3 meals a day full of carbs, your body rarely gets a chance to burn its fat. That's because neither the fat you eat nor your body fat can be burned for energy until the glucose is used up. And that's why it's so hard to shed pounds. But you can change that. Once you switch to a low-carb diet, your body burns primarily fat instead. Not just the fat you're eating in your meals, but the fat on your body that you have stored. And that, in a nutshell, is the secret of the Atkins diet. If this sounds odd to you, it's because much of the dietary information you've been fed for many years is missing this key bit of information. For example, we've been told that the best way to lose weight is to cut down on the fats we eat. But it isn't as simple as that. It turns out that it's not so much what you eat that impacts your weight. Instead, it's what your body does with what you eat that makes some people slim and some people plump. Recent research indicates that for many people, the low-fat diet approach to weight loss is not right for them. Think of it. If low-fat diets work, why are we so fat as a nation? After all, low-fat has been the official weight loss approach for decades. Atkins takes a different approach. The process by which your body converts the food you eat into energy and nutrients is called metabolism. As I explained, fat and carbohydrates provide most of your day-to-day energy needs, but the two behave very differently in your body. Let's look at some of the differences between carbohydrates and fats as an energy source. Carbohydrates convert relatively quickly to glucose or blood sugar, which is readily available for energy. But carbs can also cause ups and downs in your blood sugar levels. That's why eating a candy bar can give you some quick energy when you're feeling tired or irritable, and then 2 hours later, you get the sugar crash and looking for more. Finally, when you don't use that sugar for energy, your body stores it as fat. That's right, excess carbs turn to body fat. Now let's compare what fats do. Fats provide a steady source of energy without the ups and downs of glucose, helps modulate blood sugar swings by slowing down the release of sugars into bloodstream. And now for you to fully understand that link between excess intake of carbohydrates and weight gain, let me very briefly explain the relationship between glucose or blood sugar and insulin. You've probably heard about insulin as a drug people with certain kinds of diabetes need to take. But all of us, no matter how healthy, experiences changes in our insulin level throughout the day. When you eat a high-carb meal, your blood glucose level rises. To avoid it becoming too high, your pancreas sends out some insulin to help transport that glucose to your cells for energy. The more carbs, the more glucose, and the more need for insulin. And the more insulin in your system, the more likely you are to have a weight problem. In fact, insulin is known as the fat storage hormone because excessive amounts in your system tend to make you heavier. You want to have a steady blood sugar level throughout the day. Insulin plays a major role in maintaining that balance, but after years of overconsumption of carbs, your insulin may not work as well at clearing that glucose. And the more it doesn't work, the more you pump out. And that's when problems of metabolic syndrome and pre-diabetes can begin. In the next podcast, we'll talk about the Atkins diet and how that way of eating can improve your health. But meanwhile, the takeaway here is that by shifting your metabolism from a carb-burning system to a fat-burning system, you can burn your own body fat for energy. That allows you to lose weight, and after you shed those pounds and you eat enough healthy natural fats like olive oil and avocado and salmon, you'll maintain your new healthy weight. You'll learn all the ins and outs of how to do the Atkins diet in our 4 interactive courses, 1 for each phase on the Atkins Community Forum. We also offer 5 sets of frequently asked questions for quick reference on the program as a whole. I look forward to seeing you there.